Here's what's new in NBA. Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. I'm Brian Anderson with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill. Allie LaForce will be reporting from the sidelines. We've got the Boston Celtics taking on the Atlanta Hawks. Looking at the starting five for Boston. They've got Luka Doncic, and it's Pippen in at the point guard. He buries it from three.
Look at how solid Curry's motion is. Almost like he could have done that blindfolded.
Here's Pippen. Doncic on the wing. The three. The shot misses. Outside Davis. And out of bounds. The Celtics will take it. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Quinn Snyder. We talked about how exhausting it is to go up against Luka Doncic. Coach told me, quote, Luka's probably the toughest cover in the league because no one has been able to figure out a way to stop him. We have to just bring the intensity and do our best to slow him down. It's going to take a team effort to get that done. Back to you, BA.
Allie, thank you. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Doncic. And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Pass to O'Neal. Just 5 on the clock. Duncan. Denied. And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go. A three from the inbound. And Doncic with the three. And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for the Hawks. And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. Davis a screen. Back to Curry. From deep three-point range. Boston pulls it in.
We all know he's a good shooter. But from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And Doncic is a walking triple-double threat. His versatility and confidence is really special.
And it's Atlanta's ball. It's a three-point game. James outside. Takes the three. That one doesn't drop.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Duncan. Here's Pippen. Shoots over Curry. No good. A bit long that time.
Now there's your rim protection. That's how you defend the post.
Yeah, that's an outstanding defensive stand in close.
Now here is James. Curry with it. Three-pointer. And there's James on the assist from Curry.
Well, LeBron is a guy who can score from anywhere. He's comfortable taking long-range shots.
Boston calls timeout.
Looking now for some consistency. Just too many missed shots.
Yeah, right now, Coach needs to draw up his best play. Get some points and give this team some confidence.
A minute 29 left to play in the first quarter. Doncic deciding where to go with it. Pass to Artest. Shot clock at 5. Back to O'Neal. Deflected! And he gets it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And the Hawks with possession here. A minute 4 left to play in the first. And here's James. Off target with the three.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Pass to Pippen. Launches the three. Rebounded by the Hawks. Outside Davis. Now Curry. puts up a deep three. Sinks it. What range from downtown. Curry's got 6 points.
Yeah, the sweet-looking jumper of Steph. It just looks so pure coming out of his hands.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Screen by O'Neal. From deep, here's Doncic. Boston again missing. Atlanta leading by 3. Outside Curry. Pass to James. The layup off target.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
Well, a good close contact. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And from what we've seen from the Hawks, what's your take so far?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
On the floor for Boston, they've got Luka Doncic. And it's Artest in at the small forward position. James passes to Malone. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Pass to James. It's deflected. Here's Pippen. Check by James. Doncic with it. From downtown. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis. James outside. Now here's Curry. Fires top of the key. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. Give him 8.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Doncic passes to Pippen. Over to the left wing. Here's Artest. Check by James. The baseline J. The rebound by Atlanta.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
Now here's Curry. Give him 8 points now. And no good.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
And here's Doncic outside. And he can't get that one. And here's Davis. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Curry passes to Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Malone, guarded by Doncic. And there's James from the arc. Offensive board.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Atlanta.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And following off of what you said, they've really done a good job distributing the ball, passing up good shots for great ones.
And Boston calls time here. .156 left in the first half of this game. Pippen pass to Doncic. And there's the screen from behind the arc. Wow, deep shot from Luka.
And when he puts it all together, look at the kind of night Luka can have. Wow.
Outside Curry. O'Neal pulls it in. Boston trailing. Doncic outside. Pass to Artest. And here's O'Neal. 4 on the clock. Here's Doncic. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Doncic has gone 40% from the floor in 10 attempts. Curry passes to James. Atlanta again missing.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
You got a piece of it. Pass to Curry. Tipped. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Duncan. He's covered by Curry. And the layup falls. Duncan's gotten his first points in this one.
I like that. Punch it inside. You usually end up with a good shot and or get fouled.
Here's Curry. Give him 8. Here's Davis. And hold up. We're not going to halftime just yet. The officials signaling that they are going to take a look at this replay.
And the video is going to be sent to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus. It looked like he got it off in time, though.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Atlanta on top. They lead by 1. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
15. The Celtics. 14.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. You know, one guy who's been getting it done is Luka Doncic.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
We've got Davis. James is out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Abdul-Jabbar in at center. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Pass to Curry. Plenty of space. That's good on the jumper. Curry's got 10. Curry's gone 4 of 8 from the field. Doncic outside. Over Curry. And the Celtics tack on 2 more.
And I love Doncic's shot selection. So smart at knowing when to shoot it.
Second half getting started. About a minute played. Oh, Curry showing off the range.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Pass to James. Back to Curry. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. James has got 3 assists in the game. And the Celtics call time here.
Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them clicking.
Yeah, they just have to be more patient. Less forcing and more passing.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. There's a screen. From deep, here's Doncic. Goes back up. Duncan, no good. Atlanta leading by 3. Wow, potent offense. It's been fun to watch.
Just aggressive and effective, taking it right to the defense. Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe. That free throw misses. He hits the second from the line. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Celtics trail by 4. Outside O'Neal. Back to Doncic. Doncic throws it down.
Going on the attack, Luka doesn't give them a chance to get between him and the rim.
Tipped away. And here we go, the Celtics on the run.
And a steal like that, with the conversion, can really start moving things in your direction.
And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for Atlanta. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Five on the clock. Davis a screen for 3. Curry's shot is off. And here are the Celtics. Here's Artest. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
54 seconds left in the third. Pass to James. Back to Curry. The three. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. James has got 4 assists in the game. Here's Pippen. Check by Davis. Pippen. Pass to Doncic. Here's Pippen. Pass to Duncan. Doesn't go for him. Excellent D there from Davis. Here's Curry. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That one on Doncic.
And it's almost like Curry's motor never stops running. This is what forces defenders to overcommit.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Yo, check Doncic.
Curry against Doncic. Doncic throwing his weight around.
That lack of defensive intensity is not going to stop a player of his caliber from scoring.
Curry from deep three-point land. Stephen Curry getting it done for the Hawks. He's been productive scoring the ball. He's got 20 points so far. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
We've reached the 4th quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. So the Celtics 5 right now. They've got Luka Doncic, and it's Duncan in at the 4-man position. Here's Pippen. Outside O'Neal. And here's Doncic outside. Doncic! Count it!
Encouraging to see Doncic sink the 3. Needs to keep doing this now.
Now James. The ball's knocked loose. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. Ooh, the explosiveness from Luka.
Oh, my. Tight defense, but Doncic just muscles it in.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, Quinn Snyder had some words for his team over the break. And Coach had a simple message for their team saying, hey, we're right there. Let's start with a stop. Knock down a couple shots, and we'll be up. Sometimes the best instructions are the basic ones. PA?
As always, Allie, we thank you. Here's Malone, down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3 from Curry. Got it again. That makes him 8 for 15 for the night.
Well, guys, I'm happy I'm not guarding Steph right now. On nights like tonight, Curry can do no wrong.
Here's Pippen. Here's O'Neal. Oh, he brings it down with a 2-handed jam.
And now that's a momentum builder for sure. So important in a close game.
Look at his teammates here. They love it. Plays like that going to get them going.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
They've also been showing us standout play on the fast break, working as a team to create easy opportunities.
Here's Curry. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Basket's good. Abdul-Jabbar's got his first basket.
This continues to be a battle. The lead is within reach.
Yeah, this is definitely a close one. Let's see if they have enough in the tank to take the lead here.
Here's O'Neal. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
Honestly, I don't know how he pulled that off. The and one puts a little extra insurance on their lead. What a play.
A minute 31 left in the 4th quarter. Now here's Curry. Here's James on the wing. Outside Davis. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to James. three.
Oh, easy to see why LeBron has the ball in these moments. He's dependable at coming through for his team.
Yes!
It's like he's doing pull-ups on the rim.
Looked like a schoolyard playground right there. And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for the Hawks. He shoots. And he sinks it. What a beautiful shot. Brings him within three.
And Steph relishes taking key shots. It's what he's out there to do.
Doncic against Curry. Got a hand on it. 32 seconds left to play in the fourth. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take two from the free throw line.
You can't let Davis get established positioning inside. If he does, you have to foul him.
And he ends up making the second. And that brings him within two here.
And they need to play good defense here. That trip to the line helped and hurt.
Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A., the clock is theirs to burn.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. All right, thoughts on what coach is going to do here?
More than enough time to get a bucket.
No doubt, but they might have to draw up something that the defense isn't expecting.
The three from Curry. And he drills the triple.
He's been so aggressive on offense, but the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
8 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Pass to O'Neal. Oh, offline!
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space.
Hey everybody, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. I'm Brian Anderson, and joining me at the table, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. We've also got Allie LaForce bringing us reports. We'll see the Cleveland Cavaliers facing the Houston Rockets. A look at Cleveland's opening lineup. Victor Wembanyama is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Paul George, and it's Jordan in at the shooting guard position. And here comes Cleveland. Pass to George. Inside. Here's Gilmore. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Johnson against Jordan. Johnson passes to Mutombo. Tatum, a screen on Jordan. 3 on the clock. Johnson with a bucket.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's George. From deep, Jordan. Chamberlain pulls it in. Now here's Johnson. Bryant outside. Over Jordan. The kick to Tatum. Lets the three fly. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Pass to Jordan. Here's Leonard. Fires the three. Nails it from 3.
And he's a selective three-point shooter. Kawhi only takes them if he feels he has a good look.
Johnson against Jordan. Johnson passes to Bryant.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Lets it fly. It's hauled in by Wembanyama.
And the defense was right on him there. Nice contest.
George passes to Wembanyama. Pass to Jordan. Shoots over Bryant. Jordan misses.
See, that miss right there. It's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
No good there. And George with some nice D. Leonard passes to Jordan. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Houston. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks. I spoke with Houston's head coach for a bit. He said they spent all week watching film on Victor Wembanyama, trying to find flaws that they could take advantage of. No such luck. So their mission tonight is to try to make someone else beat them, which coach admits could be fool's errand.
And Allie, thank you for that.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
George against Tatum. Leonard outside. Wembanyama screen. Pulls it from the top of the key. He squares up and sinks it. Leonard's got 5 now.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Johnson. There's 21 seconds left to play in the first. And there's the lob. And an emphatic jam on the lob.
Gliding the pass to where it needed to be.
Wow, a strong finish to seal the deal. Johnson against Leonard. Wembanyama, screen on Johnson. Here's Leonard. No good. Would have counted had it gone. So it's a tie game as we end the first. Let's take a quick break and then... And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, guys, for the Rockets, what jumps out at you stat-wise?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
Kobe Bryant is out there with Johnson. Then there's Jason Tatum, and it's Chamberlain in at the 5, down low. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets.
Yeah, the versatile scoring ability of Kawhi, whether long range, short range, mid range, he can do it all.
And Houston has possession after the basket by Cleveland. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama. And pushing it up, here's Cleveland. Here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Outside Tatum. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First personal foul.
It's going to go on Kawhi Leonard.
Smart play by Tatum, using the fake to get the contact.
And the second free throw is good. Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. Pass to Jordan. Here's Leonard, covered by Johnson. And a miss there on the triple. Rockets trail by 3. Bryant, a screen on Jordan. Johnson finds Bryant. Not going to go that time. And George with some nice D. Going inside. Excellent D there from Bryant.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Johnson with it. Guarded now by George. Pass to Mutombo. Johnson against George. Shot by Johnson, no good.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
And he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot.
He has such a skilled score. When George is looking to attack, it puts pressure on the D.
These are his first free throws of the game. And he makes the first but misses the second. Rockets trail by 4. Right side Tatum. Pass to Johnson. Up and in on the layup.
You've got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
We've got 1:28 left to play in the first half. Jordan against Bryant. Jordan with a screen on Johnson. Leonard inside. 5 to shoot. George outside. Tatum pulls it in. Left side Johnson. Pass to Bryant. That one's good. This game is all even. Bryant's got 5 points.
Simple. The closer you are to the hoop, the better your chance to score.
George against Tatum. Here's Jordan. It's hauled in by Houston. Chamberlain's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Tatum passes to Bryant. Over Leonard. Bryant, no good. 23 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Leonard. Kicks it to George. And here's Wembanyama. Leonard inside. He's against Bryant. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
There's no debate there. He got hammered.
Cleveland shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Kawhi Leonard taking 2 shots.
And he drops it first. And Leonard drops them both.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Oh, a deep three from Tatum. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Cavaliers ahead, leading by just 2. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. Here measuring up the shot.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, Kawhi Leonard displaying his skills today.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
And here's George. They'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. 2-point game on the court for the Cavaliers. We've got Wembanyama. He's out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jordan in at the 2 spot. Now here's Wembanyama. Still no points. 6 to shoot. Back to Jordan. Takes a 3. The Rockets pull it in. Outside Johnson. Pass to Mutombo. Now Tatum for the lead. Gilmore grabs the miss. Now here's Jordan. Outside Wembanyama. Back to Jordan. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
Cleveland shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. And both free throws good for Jordan. About a minute played here in the second half. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Tatum feeling it out a bit. Pass to Mutombo. On the wing, Bryant. Here's Tatum. Beyond the arc. Gilmore grabs the miss.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Now here's Wembanyama. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's Jordan. Doesn't go that time. Rockets trail by 4. Tatum passes Johnson. Back to Tatum. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
A multi-talented swingman. Tatum just continues to get better and better each year.
This is his 2nd trip to the free throw line in this one. First one falls for him. And so Tatum nails both of them. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Leonard outside. Back to George. Pass to Leonard. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Oh, what a powerful move by Kawhi. Absorbing the foul, but still getting the shot in the air.
Cleveland shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Second free throw, no good.
And you know, guys, I mean, he is a solid free throw shooter. And, of course, Leonard has everything in his game.
Pass to Mutombo. Tatum with it. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
The Cavaliers lead by 3. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Here's Leonard. Nice jump shot. Leonard's got 12 points.
And just continuing to pile it on. Leonard is such a ruthless player.
Time called here. The Rockets decide to talk it over.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively. Something that needs to change and change soon.
And coach called his timeout to try and reset things on offense. Shake them up a bit so they can hopefully start getting some shots to fall.
Get ready to dance like everybody's watching. Way to go, everyone. Let's hear it for you.
.114 left in the third. Johnson with a bucket. He has 6.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
The Cavaliers lead by 3. Jordan with it. George outside. Pass to Wembanyama. To the middle. Here's Leonard. The shot won't fall. Johnson with the defensive effort. Bryant finds Tatum.
An active scorer, whenever Tatum forces the issue and goes at the defense, they have to compromise.
This is his third trip to the free throw line in this game. The first free throw is good. And so Tatum nails both of them. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Wembanyama, the pass to Jordan. Wembanyama screen. To the inside, Gilmore. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Shot clock at 6. Left side, Tatum. Hey, strong move, Tatum.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Cleveland on top. They're up by 1. And fourth quarter basketball. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page. Woo.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Johnson is out there with Kobe Bryant. Then there's Jason Tatum, and it's Mutombo in at the power forward. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Here's Tatum, and it's good from the elbow. And Houston leads by 1.
The defense must be aware of where Tatum is, especially when he's roaming around that mid-range.
Leonard outside. There's the triple. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got 3 assists now in this one.
pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Cavaliers. Jordan high post. We played just over a minute here in the fourth. Johnson with the defensive effort. And it's Houston's ball, trailing by 2. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
With great mobility in the 8-foot wingspan. Yes, 8 foot. Wembanyama easily wipes that shot away.
Leonard against Johnson. Double team on Leonard. Out to the right wing. Pass to Jordan. This one for 3. And Cleveland another 3.
Some players shrink when the pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
Timeout called. Houston, let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Over the break, I was able to catch the message Houston's coach was giving to his team. And a big reason their team is down, the three-point line. Coach saying in the huddle, we have to battle on the perimeter. They're outplaying us from the arc. Guys?
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Leonard looking over the floor. Leonard, so strong.
Leonard doesn't shy away from these moments, embracing his role as a leader for his team.
Outside Tatum. He drops it from range. Tatum's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And this is exactly who Tatum is, someone who doesn't back down from taking the big shots.
Leonard passes to Jordan. Shoots over Bryant. Jordan misses. The Rockets trail. On the wing, Tatum. George defending. And the ball out of play. The Cavaliers will have it.
Oh, my. Turning it over at such a critical point in the game. You know he feels awful.
Here's Leonard. Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. Outside Wembanyama. From deep, Jordan. And it's out of bounds to Cleveland. Gilmore passes to Jordan. To the wing, right side. Leonard outside. 5 on the clock. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. George. Count it!
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Tatum to the rack. Bryant outside. Cash. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
That's just smart basketball right there, finding a way to get a high percentage shot on offense.
Leonard passes to Gilmore. To the left side wing. From deep, Wembanyama. It's hauled in by Houston.
And this is so critical. They now have to score every trip up the floor.
Pretty much, they have to be perfect the rest of the way. That puts tremendous pressure on your offense.
There's Tatum with the 3. The 3 won't fall. And so the big win by Cleveland in a tight game. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this win to heart. When the pressure was on, they stepped up and worked twice as hard to overcome it.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill,
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan, alongside Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And we've got David Aldridge, our Hall of Famer, patrolling the sidelines. We've got the Atlanta Hawks taking on the Los Angeles Lakers. So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Malone is out there with Abdul-Jabbar. And it's LeBron James. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Davis in at the 3 slot. And so it's the Hawks getting on the board first. Here's Durant. And he sinks that one in the back of the rim on the way in.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry. Kept alive. Davis. Abdul-Jabbar kicks to Davis. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Durant. Shot clock at 6. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Malone. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Here's LeBron. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
The feel LeBron has for the game, unreal. Whatever situation he finds himself in, he always seems to have an answer.
Here's Los Angeles now. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Unloads. Durant with another miss.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
And it's Davis missing.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Look at KD throwing it down, not giving the defense any opportunity there.
Durant's gone 50% so far. 2 of 4 shooting. LeBron against Antetokounmpo. Abdul-Jabbar outside. Pass to Curry. Takes it inside. Good, and Abdul-Jabbar gets the assist.
Stronger than he looks. Curry able to take the hit there and finish.
Olajuwon outside. Here's Antetokounmpo. 1:12 left to play in the first. Back to Olajuwon. 5 on the clock. And that's rejected by Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Davis. Good D by Olajuwon.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Pass to KD. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Covered by LeBron. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Curry against Antetokounmpo. Pass to Malone. And here is Abdul-Jabbar. Outside Curry. Jacks up a 3. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And we reach the end of the first quarter. The Hawks on top, up by 5. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. They've got Malone. LeBron James is out there with Curry. And there's Davis. And it's Abdul-Jabbar in at the 5. Home in the paint. Pass to LeBron. Back to Curry. Launches a 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Outside, KD. Here's Olajuwon. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. But instead, he'll shoot free throws.
And you know what? Saved what was likely to be a dunk.
At the line for 2.
And Olajuwon drops them both. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Hawks. 4-point game. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also, the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
Maybe that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Los Angeles with another miss.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
The Hawks leading by 3. Here's James. Outside, Malone. Floats it up for James. And stolen by Howard. And the basket by Gilgeous-Alexander.
An outstanding transition player. When Gilgeous-Alexander is on the attack, good luck trying to contain him.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line. Free throw good, James.
Shooting for LeBron.
And both free throws good for LeBron. 1:58 left to play here in the second quarter. James against Gilgeous-Alexander. Durant way outside. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Davis finds James. Pass to Curry. Puts up a 3. The shot, no good. Lakers trail by 3. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Picked up by Davis. Olajuwon with the ball. And they double up on Antetokounmpo. 6 to shoot. Screen by Howard. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Nailed from three-point land. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the game tied up here for the Lakers. Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry. Now here's LeBron. He's guarded closely. It's good. Curry's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And this is who James is, a guy who's always looking to pass it and involve his teammates.
Outside Durant. Pass to Olajuwon. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. That's good, and it's Olajuwon with the assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the lead up to 1 now for the Lakers. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Malone against Olajuwon. Curry wide open. Curry from 3.
And you got the feeling that was coming. Curry loves coming back with a 3 of his own.
Durant against Curry. Howard with this screen on Curry. Lobbed up there for Howard, and it's Howard finishing it off.
Man, how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for Los Angeles. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot from line. They're thinking about the shot.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
We've got Gilgeous-Alexander. Olajuwon is out there with Howard. And it's Durant, and it's Antetokounmpo. In at the 3, the small forward. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
And beyond the obvious physical skills, Kareem just has a great understanding for the game. Times his move perfectly to get that shot.
Malone finds James. Now here's Curry. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. And the basket by Curry.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Pass to KD. Antetokounmpo looking it over. To the middle. He's looking for Howard and finds him. Tipped away. And he uses the glass on the layup. Howard's got his second bucket.
And a really nice job by Howard to come up with a high percentage interior shot. His shot selection has been superb.
Now LeBron. Back to Curry. Shot from the wing. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got his 5th assist in this one.
On the offensive end, Curry both prolific and efficient.
James against Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Olajuwon. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. He's guarded by Davis. Antetokounmpo passes to Howard. And it's slammed in by Howard.
And it only takes a little effort on behalf of Howard to rise up for the flush, using that size and strength to jam it down.
Now James. Malone outside. Curry against Gilgeous-Alexander. Abdul-Jabbar, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Giannis. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. And so Curry will bring it up for the Hawks. They lead by 1. And they double up LeBron. Malone, the pass to Davis. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Shot clock at 5. Fader on the way. Lakers with the rebound.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Durant down the lane. Anthony Davis with the rebound.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar. A shot, no good. Great tee that time from Giannis. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Lobbed up there for Howard. And Howard with the stuff.
And love how Howard throws it down. Just spectacular to watch on these alley-oops, given his strength.
Curry passes it to LeBron. Back to Curry. Pass to Malone. Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. Curry, that's good. Curry's got 20 points. 11 seconds left to play in the third. Screen by Howard. Durant just inside the line. Can't nail the jump. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Hawks lead by 1. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
Well, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Stephen Curry's out there with LeBron James. Then it's Anthony Davis. Then it's Kareem. And it's Malone in at the 4 slot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you're talking about one of the most decorated superstars in the history of college basketball. But maybe the most impressive feat, he won 3 national championships, and Kareem has a way of affecting winning.
Lakers trail by 3. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, KD. Rebound by the Hawks. Outside, Curry. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Davis surveying the floor. Pass to LeBron. Off target from three-point range.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And Davis sends it back.
At this point, finding blocks comes naturally for AD. He just anticipates and attacks the basketball.
KD on the wing. Guarded by Curry. KD's shot is good.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Pass to LeBron. Back to Curry. Beyond the arc. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got 6 assists in the game.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, I had a chance to find out what Los Angeles' coach was going over with his guys. And he begged his guys to get after it on the break. He said, let's keep up the tempo, guys. You know how dangerous we are on the break. Be confident with the ball. Take risks. Move it, guys.
Thank you, David. Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry. Puts up a deep 3. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got his 6th rebound on the night to tie it up. And Antetokounmpo with the basket on the assist from Gilgeous-Alexander.
And you know he knows he's the leader of this team. Giannis embracing the opportunity to come through with big baskets.
Davis with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good from long range. Curry's got a pair of 3s here in the fourth quarter for the Hawks.
And with a limitless jump shot, the elusive ball handling skills, Curry can get a bucket pretty much whenever he wants.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And they had a foul to give, but we want to use it on the ground.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Atlanta.
Well, they've been hitting 3s at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the 3.
And you can't ignore how often they've been able to get to the free throw line, getting a lot of points from the charity stripe.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Davis dishes to James. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 5 to shoot. Curry way outside. It's rebounded by Durant.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
This is where great coaching can pay dividends.
Well, they'll likely only get one shot at this. They need to make it count.
We've got 28 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Now here's Curry from past the arc. Dwight Howard grabs the board, and they go to the intentional foul.
He had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game.
Well, talk about poise under pressure. Buries all of his free throws, and now up 3. They've got to play smart.
And great read there by SGA. Knew the shot was coming and just trusted his instincts.
Here's Curry. The 3 won't fall. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
No doubt, that just about seals it.
And so the Lakers take the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everyone. We have some exciting NBA action coming up with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. This is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. We'll see the Cleveland Cavaliers taking on the Los Angeles Lakers. And the Cleveland starting five. They've got Victor Wembanyama. He's out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the one.
Scouts love this from Wembanyama. A big who can hit smooth three-point shots.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Durant. Puts up a three. And the three-pointer goes.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Jordan against Antetokounmpo. Jordan, the pass to George. Outside Wembanyama. Clock at 6. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Durant. Off target from three-point range.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
George against Durant. George with it. Pass to Gilmore. And here's Leonard. Fires the three. Howard grabs the miss. Up top Durant. Covered by Wembanyama. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama.
With his length and energy, Wembanyama has the ability to be a game-changing defender.
And that one drops for him.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
George against Durant. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Durant. From outside the arc. Durant with another miss.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Leonard looking around. Now George. Back to Leonard. Shot clock at 5. Three-pointer. Gets the three ball to go. Leonard's got 5 now.
And he's a selective three-point shooter. Kawhi only takes them if he feels he has a good look.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. There's 1:17 left in the first. Uncovered. And that one's good.
Quick trigger there by SGA. I'll tell you, on the catch, be ready to rise and fire.
Now here's George. From deep, Wembanyama. Howard grabs the miss. The three, Durant. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Gilmore's got his 5th rebound in this one. George against Durant. George passes to Wembanyama. Three-pointer, no good. Lakers trail by 3. Launches it. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 5. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. To the paint. Here's Gilmore. Ooh, Howard with a block. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Cleveland on top, leading by 3. And the second quarter about to get started. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. All right, what do you guys think about Cleveland here in this one?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
On the court for the Cavaliers, we've got Kawhi Leonard. He's out there with Victor Wembanyama. And it's George in at point guard. Here's Leonard. Off target at the rim.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Strong finish by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, let's remember that at 6'6", Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can more than handle himself near the cup.
Now George, yet to see a basket. Here's Jordan. Back to George. Shoots over Durant. George, no good. The Lakers trail. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Durant. Down low. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Well, what a pump fake by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Gets the defender committed, and he'll go to the foul line.
It's his first trip to the line.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander taking 2 shots.
Ties it up, and his next one could give him the lead.
What you love about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is this young man's work ethic. He is a gym rat who's always looking for ways to improve.
And that one drops, so now they lead by 1.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
Trying anything now to get them out of this slump.
Just feels like the basket is looking awfully small to them right now. They're having a hard time getting anything to fall.
Here's Gilmore. No points so far. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Here's Jordan. Antetokounmpo with the block.
Giannis puts his touch on every aspect of the game. Big reach on display that time.
Durant, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Durant. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 6. Fires from deep. And it's Shai hitting the 3.
Well, that's an opportunistic three-point shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He liked the look of it.
Durant against George. The 3 from Wembanyama. Rebound, the Lakers.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys. You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
Wembanyama with it. Guarded by Antetokounmpo. Wembanyama, no good.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
Pass to Durant. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Leonard. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Cavaliers trail by 7. Leonard passes to Gilmore to end the run. Out to Leonard. Tries again. Kawhi, too strong inside.
The toughness and tenacity very much describe Kawhi Leonard's game.
Outside Durant. Gilgeous-Alexander against Leonard. For 3, Durant. Second shot opportunity. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Well, this has been one of the staples of Dwight Howard's game. Get on the glass on the offensive end and finish it.
Los Angeles shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. 8-point game. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. George, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Leonard passes to Jordan. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Antetokounmpo has got 4 rebounds now. Jumps up. Oh, KD! Healthy!
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
And that'll do it for the first half of play. Lakers ahead, up 10. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're measuring up the shot. Next time, let's hear it for the participants.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
I'll tell you what, he's still working on his playmaking skills, but he's been tremendous so far in finding the open man.
Well, what he did was sustain it throughout the first half. He ran the offense to absolute perfection.
We've got Dwight Howard. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Kevin Durant. Then it's Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Olajuwon in at the 4-man position. That's the Laker 5. Pass to George. Back to Jordan. Lets it go from the wing. That one's good for 2.
We know Paul George, a very capable playmaker, guys. He is brilliant as a passer.
Here's Olajuwon to the middle. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and the layup is good off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points this quarter. Durant against George. George, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Wembanyama. It's stolen by Howard. Durant with it. Guarded now by George. And it's Durant gliding in for the fast break finish.
Absolutely no mercy right now from Kevin Durant in transition. Those long strides, that's an easy bucket.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Now here's Jordan. Cleveland shooting their first free throws of this game. Free throws good. Jordan. And so he makes both from the line. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 13. Outside Durant. Let's go with a 3. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
Pass to Jordan. Now George, guarded by Durant. Back to Jordan. Just 5 on the clock. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. Jordan's got 7 points in the game.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Durant. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Cavaliers trail by 9. George outside. Pass to Jordan. Leonard with the ball. And another basket for Cleveland. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. For 3, Durant. At the arc. KD drains it.
One of the tough things about Kevin Durant, doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or in this situation off the catch, Durant one of the best, period.
Pass to Jordan. 1:11 left to play in the third. Rejected by Antetokounmpo. Durant, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Howard. And he lobs it up top. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jordan.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
6 on the shot clock. Double team on Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, it's stolen by Jordan. Here's the break by himself. Leonard gets there for the fast break finish.
Well, speed, intelligence, touch. Kawhi Leonard has it all.
Leonard against Gilgeous-Alexander. Durant with a screen on Leonard. Ooh, poked away. Now here's Durant. 13 points in the game.
Oh, yes, sir. PJ making it look easy.
Los Angeles leading by 6.
It would be smart to hold for the final shot.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that, because it takes any chance at momentum away from your opponent.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Leonard. Howard with a screen on Leonard. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander sinks it from distance. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7 points for the quarter. And so it's Los Angeles. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. What has them in front right now? And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth. Kawhi Leonard out there with Victor Wembanyama. Then there's George, and it's Gilmore in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Howard, and so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Boy, there is such a punishing physicality to the game of Dwight Howard. Excellent job getting to the free throw line.
He's off on the second. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for Cleveland. Pass to Jordan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Covered by Jordan. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Durant. Here's George. And that one good.
You allow Paul George loose in fast break situations. He's an absolute force in the open floor.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Fires it. Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it. And Los Angeles leads by 10.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score, lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. Coach knows they're losing the 3 battle, and he told the team we need to limit their outside looks, force them to put it on the floor, and make them beat us off the dribble. Back to you, Brian.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Leonard inside. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. That one falls.
Kawhi Leonard right now is cooking, folks. This guy has got a rhythm, and you better watch out.
Leonard against Gilgeous-Alexander. To the inside. Here's Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride and makes it look easy.
Jordan against Antetokounmpo. Fades. Shot by Leonard, no good.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Leonard. Pass to Durant. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. And it's a 12-point Laker lead.
Boy, you respect the shot selection from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, just taking what the defense gives him.
And there's a pick. Leonard with the ball. Here's Jordan. The three ball. Pass to Gilmore. It's stolen by Howard. Antetokounmpo looking it over. And here's Durant. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 to shoot. Howard, the screen. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock. Gilmore grabs the miss. Leonard against Gilgeous-Alexander. Leonard double team. George outside. Gets the three to fall.
Now, Kawhi Leonard understands when and where to deliver the ball to his teammates. Pretty play.
They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, B.A. They deserve the win.
Durant's shot is off. George passes to Gilmore. So it's Los Angeles picking up the win. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. And let's reveal our player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.